Hey guys, Shane here. Today I'm going to show you how I change a wheelchair tire. And if you can see, when I zoom on here, you can see that this is way overdue for a change. And I'm going to give you a little before and after. So this is the before, what it looks like now. It's dirty. It hasn't been washed, haven't been taking care of my wheels. And I changed this one a little earlier and wiped it all down. Put some new tread on it. That's what this is going to look like. So then I'll get the wheels put back on my chair. Okay, so first what I'll do is I'm going to let the air out of the tire. First I must say these are Spinergy wheels. They have the 24 spoke. They get the thicker spokes. I've never had to chew these. I've had these wheels for six years. I've never had to chew them or anything. And they run smooth. So very happy with those. And so I'm going to let the air. So where is that valve stem? There it is, right there. I don't know where my cap went. So I always put a little pressure on it too, just to get make sure all the air gets as much air as we can. Makes it easier getting the tube and the tire off. Okay, so you'll see here as well, I have two types of, I call them the spoons, tire changers, whatever you want to call them. I have the plastic ones, and I have the metal ones. I like using the metal ones to first get the sidewalls out of the tire, out of the rim. Sorry, get the tire out of the rim, because I find these too much flex in them, and it just doesn't pop it up like these. So I'm going to do I like to start by the valve stem right here. So I like to start. So what I do is I pull it over like this. Make sure with these, you be very careful that you don't pinch the tube. So you put it down in there. No, oops, missed it. So I'll pop it like that to get it started. Then I'll grab the other one. And then I will start here, and I'll pop again. Oops. It's a little sticky there. Actually, I'm going to go over here. And then pop there. That was easier there. And pop that way. And then again, I'm going to pop it up like that. There. So you get a good start now. So now with that, you can do this all the way around if you want. Pick. But then this is where I go with the plastic one, and I'll put it in here. And then I'll get that out. I'll put it in here, and then I will get the tube or the tire off of the rim that way. And using the plastic that way, you know you're not going to tear the tube, the inner tube. There we go. Just
But
like
could you do it with the metal spoon?
You could do it with the metal spoon. There's times where I just keep plucking it off like that all the way around. But I just find it easier starting with the metal because it doesn't have that flex and it pops right out. And just use the plastic one to go around. It's just safer that way. You don't damage the tube. Okay, so again, I'm going to find the valve stem. And I always start taking the tube out from here. I take that stem out first. So I always peel that back as far as I can and gently take out the valve stem and take the tube out from there, because you don't want to tear the valve stem anywhere. Then you're out of tube. You know, tubes cost, I don't know, $8, $10, I guess. I mean, this is literally just a bike tire. If you can change a bike tire, you can change a wheelchair tire.
You have a video on that too.
Yeah, that's right, I did. So I mean, you can buy these. Yeah, that should be good. All right, so then we'll take the rest of the tire off. And also, like, you want to take it from the inside part of the wheel to take the tire off, because this side here, if you go on the outside, you have your hand rim, and a little, the hand rim will get in the way if you're prying down. So always take the inside of the tire, of the rim to get the tire off. This one just pops off like that. So we'll just put this right over here. So now that I get the rim off, I'm going to go around and just check it for dirt, grime, if there's any burrs. Burrs, what I mean is little pieces of metal that may have flaked off inside the rim that may pop my tube. Just kind of feel around for that. All's good there. All good is there. So what I'm going to do is, as well, is I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to take I always use Lysol wipes. I don't know, just easy that way. Oop. You know what, zipper? I just use Lysol wipes. It's easier to clean with those, I find.
What's another thing you could use to
You
clean?
could use warm water, a bucket of warm water and a cloth. You could do that, but that's too much work. Get a bucket and fill it up with water. So I like the wipes. Throw them in the garbage. So then I'm going to go inside. And also getting this little bit of wet, it'll make the tire slide on the rim a little easier as well. That's what I find. Okay, so there we go. All good. See, not too bad, really. It's been a while, as you can tell by the tires. I've changed my tires. Okay, so we're going to get the new tire. And again, these are directional tires, meaning that they have the tread going in one direction. So I put this tire on already. And so this tire is going to go on my left side. So you can see the direction of the tread going forward when I push. So this one here is going to go on my right side, obviously, the wheel. And I'm going to make sure the tread is going in the forward direction. So it's got to go on like that. So okay, so there we go. So start putting the tire on. I'm going to put one of the sidewalls tires in on the rim. I'm going to go all the way around. There. That's the easy part. So now I'm going to go with the tube again. This is not too difficult. So I'm going to find the valve stem hole right there. Look at that. So good. Again, I'm going to push back the tire so I can get this in here, the valve stem, in a hole right here. See it coming through? Just like that. Now I'm going to make sure this lines up flat in there. Okay. Then tuck it over like that. So from here, I just turn the tire on this way. I'm going to use the chair there to prop it up. So it can help me there. And I'm going to feed the tube in the tire. You get bike shops to change these too. You can take it to a bicycle shop to change your tire. It costs maybe $12-15. Change the tire, or just do it yourself for free. Or you go to your medical provider and they could change it for you and get covered insurance, but there may be a delay. You might have to leave it there for 2 or 3 days, maybe more, longer, waiting to get it fixed. So it's easier to do it yourself. Okay, so now we got that tucked in. Now, this is the difficult part, depending on the tire. I know these types of tires, these are the Marathon Plus Schwalbe tires. So they're a little bit stiffer, they're a little more rigid, so they're a little bit tougher to get on. And so I'm just going to go at her, see how it goes. The other one went on no problem. So we'll see how this goes on. So I like to start up by the valve stem. I like to start this way, I don't know why, if I just do. So you just kind of wiggle it on, hold it firm on one end. If you don't hold it firm on one end, it's just going to come apart. See? Just like that. So you got to have it firm on one side while you wiggle it in. And I just going to my left. You can go to your left or to your right, whatever way. I'm left-handed, so using my left hand, pop it in. So again, I'm just kind of, I go every once in a while, I'll go back and check. First, I'm going to check if I put the tire on the right way. Yeah, okay, I did. All right, so yeah, I'll go and check just to make sure there's nothing pinching. He's having fun tonight with his bone, isn't he? You want? Yeah. And so I'll just keep going around, and then you'll see the tube sticking out a bit. You just want to put the tube in with your fingers. Like say massaging the tire on the rim. Not a massage by any means for me. Oops, big problem there. So now as we get around and around, it's going to get tougher and tougher as we get near putting the tube or the tire on the rim. This is where it gets a little difficult. Here. So I have a good grip on here, so I can let go and use 2 hands now, because it's not going to pop off. So this is where you really got to stretch it. This is going to be a bugger.
Is there any gadget you could use to help?
You can, and I'm probably going to use it here. You can go back to using the spoons. I prefer not to. I prefer to continue to push and try to get this sucker on without. That's not going to happen. So I'll try to get on as far as I can. The other one slipped right on. It's pretty good. This is the bugger. So you can use these, but again, you can be very, very careful not to pinch the tube. And I have done it in the past where I went in too far to flip, and I've caught the tube and tore it. So, but I'm going to do it here and see how I do it, how it goes. So I'm just feeling. See, I'm not on the tube right now. I'm just at the very edge of the rim, and I'm going to pop like that, just like that. And then I'm going to do it again here. See, I'm not touching the tube. I just feel the rim. Whoops, edge of the rim, and then just slowly go up just a little bit like that, and then wiggle it out. So there we go. It's in there. Prefer not to do that, but it's so tight. I had to get it on there. So I'll just kind of go around like this before I put any air in. Make sure the tube is, if you want to get in there close, you can see I go around and check to make sure the tube is not sticking out anywhere. It's better to be safe than sorry, because you don't want to get this all on and go to pump it up and there's a pinch somewhere and you gotta take the tube out and you're out of tube. So okay, then I'll go around this side too. Look, it's pretty good, but I'll go around and check it again. And it's noticeable too if you do come across where the tube is not in line with the tire and the rim. It's always good to check. Okay, so now time to pump it up. Now I have an electric pump, but it's in the car. It is dark outside. It's too cold, so hand pump it is. These tires are rated for 85 psi to 140 psi. So I can only put about 80 psi with this hand pump before it gets too hard that I can't pump anymore. So I'll just put 80 in for now, and then when I get my car, you're going to put this right here. So then when I get my car there, in the daytime I'll put some more air in the tire. So when you want to put the pump on, you kind of want to put your finger right here where the valve stem is. Because if you don't, you're going to put the pump on, it pushes. Okay, so we're ready to pump this up. And to get a good connection with your pump and to the valve, you want to put your thumb right here and attach it this way. That way the stem won't push in. So if I don't hold with my thumb and I go to put the pump connector on it, it's just going to push in. You're not going to get a good connection. So put your thumb there, you hold it, get a good connection. Okay, so I'm going to give it some air. I'm not going to pump it up all the way. I never do that. I put about maybe 30, 40 psi in it, because I want to check to make sure that there's still no tube sticking out from the rim. So make sure everything's in place. There's no bulges. Feels pretty good. So that's good. So now I am going to reconnect. Where did the valve thing go? Right there. Reconnect and finish putting the air in it. So I'm going to go up to 80. And then when I get my electric pump, I'll put the rest in. I usually run 100. I like 100 in my tires. So it's a good little workout. Yeah. One more. There. So there we go. So there we go. I can check again, just make sure there's no bulges, because if you start wheeling and there's a pinch, tube coming out or bulge, you're going to get a flat, and you might get stranded, or it'd be an awful hard push wherever you're going. Okay, so that is how I change my tires. I hope it's helpful. Always open to suggestions, and please subscribe. Thank you very much. See you later. Crazy! Alright, you ready? Did you video that? Put that on the bloopers.
Zipper got trapped in the back thing.
In the tire? This is a circus dog. Okay.